What's up, y'all? Pastic here again. We're talking about right triangle trigonometry still, and here we're going to talk about the inverse functions. So, the three inverse functions. Again, we're going to need to set up a right triangle. And we're going to call the angles A, B, and C again. And the sides, little c, little a, and little b. So, remember last time we talked about the three trigonometric functions, sine, cosine, tangent. Sine was opposite over adjacent. It allowed us to take an angle and then figure out the ratio, okay? Well, the inverse functions are going to do the exact same thing. And by exact same thing, I mean the exact opposite thing. Hello. So, what we need to do first is set them up. So, if sine of A equals A over C, that means that the inverse function, and we're going to annotate that as sine inverse, is going to take, instead of taking the angle and outputting the ratio, it's going to do the exact opposite. It's going to take the ratio as an input and output the angle. So sine inverse function is going to receive an input of some ratio, and it's going to output the angle you're looking for. Cosine, same idea. Cosine of B is going to equal what? So the cosine of B will be, let's see, cosine of B will be adjacent over hypotenuse, so A over C. That means the cosine inverse of A over C is equal to angle B. And then you got tangent. Let's pick a different angle. Let's go with B again, actually. Tangent of B is going to equal B over A, little b over little a. And you probably figure out the idea now. Tangent inverse of B over A is going to equal B. So overall, the biggest thing to remember here is that the original three functions, sine, cosine, and tangent, receive inputs of angles and output ratios of corresponding sides. The inverse function, sine inverse, cosine inverse, tangent inverse, their inputs are ratios, and what you get for the output is the angle measure. So we need to know how to use both of these functions, the originals and the inverses, because sometimes we're given sides and we want to know angles, and sometimes we're given angles and we want to know sides. Both functions allow us to do different things. The last thing I wanted to tell you before I go is a notation piece. Sometimes when you're working with these inverse functions, you're going to see a different notation. Another way you will see it written is arc sine, arc tan, and arc cos. All three of those things mean the exact same as these notations. So if I saw something like arc, sine of D over C. Then I have to think to myself, what angle has a sine of B over C? So that boils down to saying, all right, what angle has an opposite side of B? And that would be angle B. That's it for now. Hopefully you have a little bit of an idea of what these inverse functions are, how to write them, what they do, and different notation for them. I'll catch you all next time. Pass the guy.